Assalamu alaikum. My name is Johan Kim, and this is my story.
I couldn't find happiness in anything. I started reviewing all the places I was searching, like money, jewelry and women. Look at the lifestyle we was living. Now I find satisfaction in the simple things. Look at the inner peace that religion brings. Like just knowing your purpose in life. Like knowing the angel of death could take your soul tonight. Like the possibility of you getting to paradise. You know, knowing you can get there if you're living right.
So my name is Johan Kim, I'm 29. I was originally born in South Korea, been in London since I was 4. Throughout my childhood, I moved around a lot, and because like the rent is high, so we lived around. The only place outside London when we first came to England, we were living in Reading.
Okay.
And then stayed there for a while, and then due to mum's work, we moved down into London. And at school life, I was like, because being the only Asian rental, I didn't really fit in and used to get bullied a lot, so I moved around a lot.
But in London,
Yeah.
there wasn't any other Chinese people in your school?
I'm not from China, but from Korea, but being
Okay.
Oriental Asian,
Okay.
you know what the young kids are like.
Okay.
So I got bullied a lot. So I think that's why, since being like bullied and stuff, that's why I'm more confident nowadays, or
Okay.
just chat to anyone.
So how bad was the bullying in school?
The bullying was bad. I didn't tell Mum, that's why we just moved around a lot, because as a guy, you don't share your feelings.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid, I ended up becoming bulimic. I was big, but not fat, but I made myself sick. And then also I ended up doing a bit stupid stuff when I was at lowest. I did self-harming as well.
Okay. And your family never ever realised that you were going through these struggles?
Only about bullying, that's it, because as a man, we don't really share our feelings.
What age were you when you were like this?
Probably around, the bullying would be school days. And then like when I started doing stuff would be like teenage days, around 15, 16, 17, 18.
So how bad did the self-harming go? Was you ever admitted into hospital or anything like that?
Not that far. As a child, I was quite active and stuff, so I would like, when I was a kid, I was not into like the Pokemon thing, I was into Lego.
Okay.
So Lego.
What about sports and stuff?
Sports, because you had to do sports when you were young, but anytime I do some kind of sports, I end up injuring myself. I was into Lego, poetry, and just having fun and doing mischief like what young kids do.
So as you started to get older, what type of stuff were you into?
When I got older, I was into like music, TV, the basic normal thing that everyone gets into. And I know this is embarrassing, my thing I was into when I was a kid, I was into like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and all that kind of stuff. And then also as growing up, because I'm from a Christian background, so probably going to like youth at the weekend, going to church on the Sunday, the basic normal thing.
Did you have any like goals and ambitions? Is there anything that you inspired to be as you were getting older?
When I was older, I wanted to be I wanted to be a pilot, but I don't fly. then it was like an astronaut, and then it was like loads of changes. Because as a kid, you just change your mind every second.
So you wasn't really sure of the type of things that you wanted to do. So what did you get into then? What did you decide?
When I was a kid, I got into drama because Mum put me into drama groups, because a way of learning English was a cheaper way of learning English, so to drama groups. And then currently, because my profession, I do acting, presenting and commercial modelling, so it was her fault for me getting into what I do now.
So how long were you into the acting and the modelling and stuff?
Since a couple of years now, because at school I was studying behind the scenes, and because I'm dyslexic, so academically I'm not good, I'm more physical, practical than the actual theory.
Okay. So can you tell us of some of the stuff that maybe you done in your drama days?
Drama, I used to do like loads of random pranks and stuff. That's what kids get up to. First time I injured myself was, I decided to, I was skateboarding and decided to jump off a roof as a kid.
Yeah.
So that's when I first injured myself.
Okay, so from there, what other stuff were you used to get up to?
Just stupid stuff. Then I was like pretending that I could fly. I had a, what you call it, like a little life jacket thing, and jumped off a little fence.
Okay, and so you were
like Buzz Lightyear kind of thing.
So you're proper into the pranks and stunts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What did you want? Did you see yourself having a career and something like that?
It's just a stupid thing that kids do.
Okay. So as you said, after some time you started getting more into the modelling and the acting. Where did that take you?
Because I'm into watching TV and also when I was studying, because I did media,
Yeah.
I did all the background work, and then luckily, and actually I got into it basically because I got set up on a hidden camera show. I was in Face Checker.
What's that? Tell us about it.
It's like a prank show, and I was on the Come Down With Me version spoof. So one of the characters on that was doing like a spin-off show. So I thought I was going to be a dinner guest on a real Come Down With Me, but it was
Okay.
for the Face Checker comedy. So I thought that was fun. And then some agents contacted me. I said that I'm not pretty. Apparently I can do commercials.
Yeah.
So been doing that. Then
So
I did radio.
What type of commercials were you doing?
Various food, corporate, whatever I get booked.
Okay. So what else were you doing after that? Okay.
So things that I'm into. I'm a foodie, so me and my friends would go out like trying loads of different foods. I'm a big coffee lover, so you'll see me at all the coffee shops.
Yeah.
And I'm a juicer, so I got my NutriBullet. So all my like Instagram and Twitter is all my different smoothies.
So what? Are you proper into health and stuff?
Yeah, after being bulimic now, I care for the body, and also because of my career as well.
Subhanallah. So
Yeah.
you're saying because of your past experiences made you be more cautious of how you look after yourself
Yeah,
now?
because health is wealth, as they say.
Subhanallah. It's very true. Very true statement.
And I love New York. I love all things American.
You've obviously you like
Yeah.
traveling and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, traveling to New York. That's where I travel always to.
Okay, mashallah. So tell us a little bit about how did Islam come to you? What was the steps of you looking into Islam?
Well, how I discovered Islam first, basically, I wouldn't call myself religious, more spiritual, because I was brought and raised as Christian, so that was the norm for me. I didn't go to Mum's Children's Korean church, I used to go to my own Western, because I've been brought up here.
And where was the church that you used to go to?
I used to go to like a Aussie church, it's in the West End,
Okay.
and so I used to go to church and hang with the church people because that's the norm, because that's my upbringing. I knew nothing else. I had some Muslim friends and some other friends from other backgrounds, but I never delved into it because also with Islam at RE days, Jesus days, you don't really learn.
Yeah, you don't learn nothing about Islam in school because even when
It's-
I
it
think
was
about when I
about-
was in school, I
I
never
remember
heard
it was like
anything.
Judaism, and I can't remember the other ones we learned, but nothing about Islam. But I knew the religion. I had friends, but nothing interested me. But during the self-harming bit, one day I heard the Adhan, and it was,
the Dan, where did you hear it?
I can't remember where I was at one point. I was doing the Adhan and I was healing because I'm into like yoga and stuff,
Okay.
and also music is relaxation.
Yeah.
It heals,
Okay.
and because also I discovered Islam through Rumi poetry, the Sufi poet.
Okay.
But when I was like self-harming, I heard the Adhan somewhere. For some reason, it said that I felt like there's no point doing this
SubhanAllah.
because also there's like the verse in the Quran that goes, with hardship comes ease.
SubhanAllah. Yeah,
So
true.
while I was like cutting myself at one point when I was low, but no one knows because we guys, we don't share our feelings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're just happy-go-lucky because you can't really judge a book by its cover.
That's right.
So you can't really sound like depressed or people will, like be drawn away to you if you tell them your problems. They'll think you're weird.
Yeah.
So when I was self-harming at one point, so I must have been in a Muslim area. I heard the Adhan and it was healing. I didn't really know what it was then. I researched into it. And the way I got into Islam, I didn't care about what the media said because you can't judge a minority by what people say.
Yeah.
And also the media is always telling lies anyway. But I discovered it through, there's an American group called the To Live Collective. They're like all the restaurant reverts. Like, they're like Sufi vibe. And I quite like that. Then I discovered it through like watching YouTube videos. But I think when I was self-harming, that's when I started looking into it. Because back when I was, my old days as Christian, I wasn't really,
So you wasn't
spiritual.
really religious Christian.
Yeah.
It was more because of like your family and what have you.
because of my upbringing.
Okay.
And because the Western background is dominantly Christian, so that was the norm. So only time I prayed was on a church on a Sunday, and I would do it, but it didn't really mean nothing. It was like studying it. We do it because we have to.
Yeah.
And then I actually took the Shahada this May, because I was still searching, practicing, going to like yoga, spiritual stuff, but there was still something missing. But when I was self-harming, that was the key. And then luckily, there was a speaker that I like called Hamza Tours. He was doing a talk at a retreat. But I think it was a blessing in disguise. Basically, I was not meant to go. I was meant to go to a motivational weekend. Luckily, I got sponsored to go to the retreat,
To the Islamic retreat, yeah.
the Islamic retreat. And because I thought it was going to be probably like back at church days when I used to go to like Christian youth,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. But actually, that saved me because I did the Shahada then. Because
So
before,
from going to the retreat, it made you want to
Yeah.
take your Shahada.
because before I used to like pop into the mosque like on a Friday prayer.
You just go to the mosque randomly, yeah? On your own?
Because it's good to explore. Because
Subhanallah.
I respect everyone, so I'll just go. Because I told you I like the adhan, it was like healing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, so I started going there just to hear the adhan, and then I discovered it more.
So after you taking your Shahada, how has Islam impacted your life?
It was like learning to breathe again.
Subhanallah.
It was like, because from the Christian background, because that's what I was dominantly brought up as, but even though when I was Christian, I didn't really understand why you should pray to Jesus when he was praying to his father. But for me, that was the norm. So since properly discovering Islam, because before I thought Islam was just for like that Middle Eastern religion, because I didn't know that Western people can like
Become Muslim. Okay.
Because all I knew was like it was a foreign religion because of my upbringing.
Yeah.
And since becoming Muslim, it's like learning to breathe again, and it all makes sense. And I feel more spiritual than before, when I was the old days, where when I pray, it's like 5 minutes a day. When like, I touch my head down to pray, it's like that, you engage with the heart chakras, the energy. Before, when I prayed, it was just words, and we had to do it. It was a thing.
But now something was inside you as well.
Yeah, and it means more. Before, it's not. It's like reading a book kind of thing. It's just words. But when I was praying with the salah, it was like, kind of like, you know, you need vitamins to help nourish you. Like the prayer, it like helps you to nourish your soul.
So this is you said you became Muslim when how long now?
Just May now.
So
Gone.
we just finished Ramadan. How was your first Ramadan?
My first Ramadan experience, I thought it would be hard, but it's all in the mind. Because basically, it's technically you're still eating, but at different times of the day.
Yeah.
Because you only have it early in the morning and not till late at night. But that was hard to get used to because I'm not really I'm not a morning food person. I know it's important for the day, but because I'm always rushing around in the mornings. What I missed about Ramadan the hardest, because I'm a coffee lover, so I miss drinking my coffee.
In the morning,
and also because I'm a foodie, do you know when people hand out samples, I couldn't have any samples. And also when I'm filming on shoots, catering's always good. And I have to say no, and the chef said, oh, we'll get you like blah, blah, blah. I said no, not even water as well.
Yeah.
So that was a joke. But luckily with the Ramadan, I had support because I've been going to Rumi's cave in, is it North London, in Kilburn? So there's like a group that I go to.
Okay.
So those brothers were helped out.
Okay.
And since becoming Muslim, I had like friends who I saw, who like, because sometimes you got friends who are not there for you, they're just there in it for something. But since entering Islam, I met brothers who are actually like there for you. I made one good friend with a brother in London, the masjid that I sometimes go to. It's a Swedish brother. We always, during Ramadan, he would like invite me to his family's house for meals, and we would always meet up for coffees and stuff before anyway.
How did your family take it? Did your family know that you become a Muslim?
Well, Mum found out recently, but she wasn't happy because you know the older generation.
So how's it been since then?
She hasn't been back to London since I told her, because she lives outside London. When she's in London, she stays with me. It's kind of okay, but you know what the older generation's like.
But it hasn't been so much of a big problem.
No big problem yet.
Okay. So, bro, if there's any other people out there watching this interview and, you know, they may want to know about Islam or they got stereotypes about Islam, what advice have you could give them?
My advice is just don't judge a book by its cover, and all you see in the media and what people say, it's just other people's opinion. It's just a minority. Not everyone is like what you see. And for me, like I said, I was drawn to Islam by just listening to the Adhan was healing. Being a Muslim is like, for me, it's just healing. It's a community, it's like a way of life. It's like learning to breathe again. Because since becoming a new Muslim, I thought I'd be alone, but it isn't. The fact, like all the other Muslims are welcoming. I've got like brothers everywhere, and they're like soul brothers, so you can count on them. And there's like all the other revert brothers as well, and the community is more strong. They're like more family to me than like friends or brothers. And I thought, 'cause now that I'm a Muslim, I thought I won't have like good friends and stuff. And like, because all my friends were from my Christian days, I don't really have loads of Muslim friends. I know some Muslims, but not friends. But now it's like opened up a new family.
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
And it's not materialistic, because like back in the day it was all about materialistic stuff.
MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair.